begin, I would like to request all speakers to keep to the allotted time of 5 minutes so we can stick to the prescribed schedule. The Indian industry has been a major manufacturer and supplier of food packaging materials and machinery for the domestic as well as international market. This session provides an ideal opportunity for participants to showcase their experience in the Indian food packaging industry and enhance collaboration in the sector. I would like to invite Ms. Neelu Rora, Consulate General of India, Dubai, for her opening remarks.
Thank you, Vasundhara. Salam alaikum. Marhaba, sabak khair. Good afternoon, everybody. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to the UAE India Food Security Summit 2020, which is being held today in Dubai. As we are all aware, we share very historic ties with the UAE, and trade has been the center of this relationship since millennia now. As you are aware, the food trade from India reached around $2 billion in 2018-19, and we are holding this summit today to see where we can collaborate, enhance, add value, and take the food trade to the next level. We've had already a couple of sessions on regulatory requirements, and food packaging is one area where we need to work closer together, where we need to exchange ideas, exchange technologies, and see how we can build on this partnership to take food packaging industry to a higher level and enhance the exports as well. So we have very respected panelists today, and I won't keep you from hearing from them. And I look forward for fruitful ideas coming through on this session, which I can connect both the private and the public sector, and both in UAE and India, and help the food packaging industry in India to grow. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for those insights. We shall now move on to our first participant of the discussion. I invite Mr. Tanveer Alam, Director of Indian Institute of Packaging, to take the stage.
Very good evening. We are very fortunate that the Indian Institute of Packaging is part for this UAE food interaction and deliberations. As I would like to review what is the status of the packaging industry. The global packaging market, present global market is more than $928 billion, and which is estimated to reach more than 1 trillion 2024. ACI alone is predicted to present more than 40% of the global demand. According to Packaging Association, Indian packaging is more than 50.5 billion US market, which is growing at the rate of 15 to 18%. Asia Pacific is world's third largest packaging market, which is growing at the rate of 5 to 6%. And Indian packaging industry is growing at the rate of more than 15%. The export market, when we talk about the export potential of the packaging material from India, is more than 843 million market, which is witnessing the growth of 14%. When we talk about the especially global packaging market, the sector-wise food packaging is having highest share, more than 62%. And when in context to the food and beverage sector of the packaging is more than 71%. This is that. When we talk about the global packaging in terms of the Asia and Middle East, the Asia Pacific, again, when we talk about the different segment-wise, the flexible plastic market is 33%, and the glass bottle is followed by the metal beverages packaging, then glass and thin wall plastic container. These are the different segments of the packaging industry, which is also similar in pattern of the Indian context when we talk about. And Indian packaging industry, when we talk about the overall, the Indian packaging industry became the preferred hub for the global packaging industry. It is the 5th largest sector in the Indian economy. The present market we are expecting more in the 2024 is a 72.6 billion market, which is growing at the rate of estimated growth. We are expecting it's more than 18% 2020-24. With steady growth over the past years, even COVID challenges, the industry is showing potential for expansion, including the export market. Therefore, we can say it is blessing in disguise. There is a huge potential. Global per capita consumption of the packaging in terms of the value estimated is more than $115 per person per year, and India is still, it is $55 per person per year. Per capita packaging consumption in India in terms of the volume is significantly low. There is huge, therefore we can say it is a huge potential in the field of the packaging. When we talk about the packaging industry, material-wise breakdown, the packaging may be broadly divided in two categories. One is rigid packaging and flexible packaging systems. And the packaging material market consists of the various materials like the flexible, rigid, metal, glass, and printed cartons and paper and paperboard packaging systems. Material-wise classification, flexible packaging market is highest share, more than 22% of the total packaging market, followed by the rigid packaging, which is having 18% share. And printed carton is having 17% of the total packaging market. Then plastic packaging has the highest share of the Indian packaging sector. The revenue share of the plastic packaging is more than 64%. The revenue share of the paper packaging is 18%. Share of the glass and metal packaging is expected to be around 7 to 10%. This is the fact about when we talk about the food packaging sector, the food and beverage product is highest demand, with 59% of the total demand generated in the field of the packaging. Food products has a share of 36%, and which includes non-alcoholic beverages 18%, and alcoholic beverages as 5%. So this is the this shows that how this packaging segment is there, and followed by this personal care and pharmaceutical sector after the food packaging. And when we talk about that flexible packaging, which is having already I have mentioned about the highest share of the flexible packaging material, including the paper and file, is 21%, and value of flexible packaging market is during last year, which is also growing at the rate of 3 to 5%. And a strong demand of the flexible packaging material has been rising in food and beverages, personal care and pharmaceutical sector. And flexible packaging are mostly monolayer, multi-layer films, and multi-layer laminate sheets of the plastic, which mainly of the polyethylene, PET, PVC. Around 1/3 of the plastic packaging products are used by the packaging industry is composed of polyethylene, and 29% are PE-based packaging materials. Another segment of the, when we talk about the rigid packaging materials, rigid packaging material include the material made of the plastics, paper, aluminum, tin, and corrugated fiberboard foils. These are the rigid containers which is used by the food packaging industry. And when we talk about that, the export potential, how the export business of the packaging industry is working, the share of the export packaging is more than 843 million market, witnessing the growth of 14% from the estimated growth of 737 million. So this is the how the global packaging material more than 56 million market. The share of the export packaging material is 1.4%. USA is the major export destination with 20% of the total share of the export packaging market. What I want to say, other major export destination are UK 8.3%, and the UAE is 5.2%, and Netherlands, followed by Netherlands 3.8%, and Germany 3%. So what we want to say, like second most exporting destination for India is UAE, what we are today. The export potential and material wise, so you can see the export basket comprises mainly of flattened cans, what we are exporting as a packaging material, printed sheets, component, crayon, cork, lug caps, plastic laminates, craft paper, paper boards, and packaging machinery, while the imports mainly include the tin plates and coating and lining compounds. These are the export materials being exported from the country. The laminates and flexible packaging, especially PET and woven sacks like FIBC jumbo bags, have been growing very fast in the export market. So which is having a very good sign when we talk about the imports of the packaging material, so USA, the China has been personally the top import sources of the packaging material. Other major suppliers included USA, Germany, Italy, and France, where we are exporting the packaging materials. Now, the technological innovation in the field of the packaging. Now, focus is in marketing, labeling, prolonging the shelf life, protecting the environment, and transforming the future of the packaging. Some of the upcoming packaging innovation includes sustainable packaging. Eco-friendly packaging is the technical innovation in the field of the packaging, food packaging requirement. Now, industry is looking for active and intelligent packaging and smart packaging so that we can track and trace your product, and also the indicative for the shelf life. Then another important area of the innovation in the field of the food packaging is antimicrobial packaging systems, because now we want more safer food life, so that to protect from the spoilage. One of the major culprit or detrimental factor is microorganisms. Now, what the packaging is, innovation is required that packaging should protect from the antimicrobial from the microorganism, protect, so that material we have to develop should be having antimicrobial properties. And now we are looking for the sustainable solution. So edible coating is another option where we can improve the barrier properties, improve the functionality of the packaging materials, as well as also improve the aesthetic value. And another area, what we are after the post-COVID challenges is automation and robotics, so that minimum contamination can be can occur in the packaging. So now another area after the post-COVID challenges is that having the potential area is the e-commerce is the potential area where the lot of the packaging innovation is required in terms of the functionality of the packaging, as well as in terms of the design should be in such a way so that it should be good in aesthetic sense. So like most optimized packaging should be used for the e-commerce packaging. And then when we talk about another area, we are talking about after the plastic flexible packaging, which is the important for the transit packaging, is the corrugation box industry. When we talk about India is also having a potential that is being exported to the UAE is the corrugation fiber board boxes. It may be 3-ply or 7-ply. The India share in the overall worldwide is 1%. Indian corrugated box industry is more than 2.5 billion market. So it has a potential especially for the export. And then now third important is the regulation of the food packaging regulation is also now important now these days. And it is notified by the Food Safety Authority for India. The food packaging materials must comply with the Indian standards. And recently, there is a ban for the recyclable plastic ban. So there is alternative for the recyclable plastic materials, multi-layer films. These are the regulations. So that what are the regulations the government is looking, and they have defined is that the chemical composition of there should be in such a way should not harm the contaminant to the food items. So various general and specific requirement along with the prescribed overall specific migration limit is laid down by the FSSAI to comply the safe, secured packet food. So this is the area where Indian Institute of the Packaging has played a pivotal role with the FSSAI. So now how we are looking with the demand for the 3S concept: secure, safe, and sustainable packaging systems. So whatever the innovation should be based on, there is a demand for 3S concept of the food packaging material: safe, secure, and sustainable. So your packed food should be safe in terms of the safety. There should be per the laid down standard of overall migration. And then we are talking secured. So it should be anti-counterfeit items and should be free from any so that your packaging material should be in such a way that it should not be copied by so pure specific security arrangement is the design in such a way that your brand value is also protected. And then finally, we are talking about the sustainable packaging materials. Your packaging should be having low carbon food value, and it must be recyclable, it must be biodegradable in nature. So the IIP has already established a laboratory to examine, evaluate the biodegradable packaging material testing facility. This is the contribution what we have done, so that to fulfill the compliances as per the international norms, whatever the biodegradable packaging material, sustainable packaging material is a design that should fulfill the compliance, and that facility we have created. Then there is another huge demand for the e-commerce packaging in terms of most sustainable, it should be most optimized, low cost and sustainable packaging system. Then third important focus and opportunities we have is the need to focus in developing active packaging materials.
Sir, I request you to wrap up your input.
Antivirus packaging material, what we call again antivirus packaging material, no touch packaging, and intelligent packaging system which can track and trace. This are the future packaging of the jointly. What we can say, this is the future packaging. And apart from this, yes,
Mr. Allen, request you to conclude your.
Yes, 1 minute. One last. Apart from this, I would like to mention that automation and inline solution, aseptic packaging, robotic, and in compliance with the, we are talking about the packaging 4.0 compliance, 4.0. So less touch will be there, less interference with the human interaction, so that our packaging should not contaminate both the human as well as the food. This is what I want to say. Like this, with this, I want to conclude 3S packaging concept with the intelligent packaging is the future demand. And of course, we are talking about the more automation is required. So there is huge potential for the packaging automation sector in the country. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Allen, for those insights on the subject. I would now like to invite Mr. A.K. Tyagi, Executive Director of Haldiram's, to take the stage.
Okay, how to share this presentation? Now the presentation is visible to everybody.
Sir, now you have a presentation power. Now you can share a presentation.
Okay. You are getting my video? Sound?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Very
sir.
well.
Okay, we can start. First of all, good afternoon to everybody. I just start a very brief presentation of Haldiram, that what is the Haldiram, what we are doing in India, what we are doing in the export. Then I will come to the Haldiram introduction as a pan-India. Haldiram is a 80 years old brand in Indian snack food as well as Indian sweet, and also in the Western snack. Overall, our overall market share with is around 30% in Indian traditional snack category and 19% in the salty snack category. In nutshell, we are the market leader in Indian traditional snack as well as salty snack. We have more than 250 products and over 500 SKU, and we have the strength of the people about 10,000. Extremely strong brand equity without any ATL marketing, and we have done 13 times revenue growth in the last 13 years. Our mission is the safety hygiene, and our vision is value for the money without compromise on the quality, and our value is authentic food carry essence of India throughout the world. Haldiram is a innovation is our passion, and Haldiram is the first company in India to introduce branded pack traditional snack in 1990. First company in India to do 100% automation of traditional snack without human touch, because it is very difficult to do the 100% automation of that, especially traditional snack. Pioneer new way of packaging namkeen, just like Egypt Post is Sandipore, and one of the first company to offer traditional Indian street food in hygienic restaurant environment. We have entered to the USA in 1993. This is Haldiram Global. We are present in approximately 80 countries throughout the world. Haldiram is present in all of the prestigious this retail chain, just like a Walmart, just like a Carrefour, just like a Tesco. So we are available in every prestigious retail chain of the world. Our 57% of total export come from the USA, 17% come from the Middle East and UAE, 12% come from the Europe, 8% come from the Australia, and 6% come from the other country. Then use of the R&D to keep the shelf life. So we have the frozen food. We have also the ready to eat, our brand name. So we have the frozen food as well, retold food both. But we are the market leader in the frozen food, and we are making various type of the food by the technology of the frozen and giving the life of about 1 year. Similarly, in the sweet, we have just like a kesar malai, milk cake, white raspberry, all are the frozen food and have the shelf life of the 1 year. We have done some innovation also, just like a spinach paratha, Punjabi chole, and Jatpat Bite. So these are the some of the key Indian snacks, which is our health. Just like you take the Jatpat Bite, it is innovative, and if you take spinach paratha, it is healthy. And Punjabi chola, we have changed the recipe, and it is the less spicy. Then, in keeping awareness of traditional food globally, so we have done the promotion in Saudi Arabia. We have done promotion in the UK market also. We have done the promotion in the USA also. Then again, we have our focus for the new product, increase in the distribution, and increase focus on the tourists. These are the some of the products of Haldiram, just like a palak paneer, just like a Dakshini idli, Dakshini dosa, etc. Then we have the rasgulla, gulab jamun, and various tin for packed product in the tin, and son papdi is our one of the sweet, kaju katli. These are the long life. Then we have the namkeen, some of the namkeen. These are the award we have win. This is all about the Haldiram. If you have any question, you can ask. Hello.
Yes, sir.
You are getting my sound or not?
Yes, sir, we can hear you clearly.
So this is all about in very short regarding the Haldiram.
Thank you, Ms. Tyagi, for those inputs on the subject. I would now like
Any question you can ask right now, or you can send by the mail.
Absolutely, will do. We'll collate the question on your behalf and convey them to you at a later stage.
Yeah, so in that cell, if we summarize, we are in the 80 countries, and our 17% come from the UAE, and we are doing continuous innovation to export our product, and we are the market leader in Indian snack across the world. However, we are also market leader in India, pan-India, in salty snack as well as traditional snack. This is in nutshell regarding the Haldiram.
Thank you for sharing your experience in the industry, sir.
It is my pleasure to associate.
Yes, I would now like to invite Mr. Sanjay Bhatia from Hindustan Tin Works to take the stage. Mr. Bhatia?
Yeah, just 1 second. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, very clearly.
Okay, good afternoon. And I think it's a pleasure to speak after Dr. Tyagi, who is one of my respected customer also.
Thank you, sir. It is a compliment. Thank you, sir.
So I think it's important to understand where the packaging industry, in particular metal packaging, where we are. I think that's something which is important. Is the the gentleman from IIP, Dr. Tanveer Alam, he gave the overall packaging scene in India and the packaging, how the packaging industry is growing in India. I think as far as metal packaging is concerned, it's growing about 5 to 7%. And as compared to the other packaging materials, flexible or other, which is growing much more. But the main advantage in the metal packaging, of course, is that it is 100% recyclable, environment friendly, and a sustainable packaging material. I think these are the key things for any packaging to be there in the market and to withstand the other competing packaging materials. So obviously, what Dr. Alam mentioned about rigid and flexible. So we are in the rigid packaging category, and like glass. So we are one of the metal packaging business is, I can just say that it is spread all over the country, and this is primarily concentrated in small and medium sector in India, and generally the industries who are into can manufacturing, they are quite close to the user, because you see the freight cost. These are the built up cans, and when they are transported, so generally they are close to the user, and so that to minimize the freight cost. But that doesn't mean that the packaging industry, metal packaging industry, is concentrated only on Indian market, but there are many companies, including our company. We are exporting to almost 30 countries today, and these are components, these are printed sheets, these are flattened cans and all. So we are very closely working with the can makers in the other countries, and supporting them in various initiatives. As regards UAE is concerned, our presence is in number of countries, and of course, Hindustan Tin started its export sometime in 85, 87, and that we started from UAE only, and UAE and Oman. And currently, we have many customers who are either can makers or who are into the food business, and who have their own captive can manufacturing lines, and we are supporting them by supplying them components. Our company has an aggressive growth plan. We are absolutely we are one of the leading companies in India, and supplying to all the big brands. These are Indian brands and multinational companies in India, and servicing their products. These are mainly into, we are mainly into food, but like dairy products and processed foods, and all kind of edibles which are being currently being packed in metal packaging. But in the non-food side also, we are focusing on aerosol cans. We are one of the leading manufacturers in aerosol cans. We do for paint cans. So like that, even the cherry blossom shoe polish and other things. So those are the things which our company is focusing. Metal packaging, just to tell you that India, there's a total demand in India is about 7 lakh tons, and there is a domestic production of tin plate, but the industry does import tin plate from various countries as its inputs, and otherwise, primarily the domestic producers are the leading suppliers to metal packaging. So when I say metal packaging, it does include the crown corks, which is used for beverages, and even the cans which are used for juices, coffee, flavored milk. So those are the products also which come into the metal packaging. So in order to, just so that the audience can understand, see, when I say metal packaging, there are two kinds of metal packaging. One is the aluminum beverage cans. These are primarily aluminum cans, which are primarily used for beverage and beer. And the other is the three-piece metal cans, which is primarily the raw material is tin plate, and which is mainly used for food products and non-food products, which I just specified. So from that point of view, I would just say that India giving huge focus on the processed food industry. 32% of the total food industry is processed food, and there's a huge focus by the government of India to promote food processing so that more value addition can take place in that sector, as still the processing is quite less than 10% in India, but obviously government is looking at increasing the food processing in India. And so from that point of view, we look at that closely working with the processed food industry, and that in turn would bring a lot of growth to the metal packaging industry. So these are, I think in brief, I can just tell you about the metal packaging. So I'll be very happy to take any questions later. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bhatia, for those insights. I would now like to invite Mr. K.S. Ganeshan, Head of Corporate Affairs at Ball Beverage Packaging India Private Limited, to the stage.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm audible?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to share our perspective on the emerging opportunities and trends in the packaging sector, especially food packaging sector. In fact, Dr. Sanjay Bhatia has made my job easier because he's already covered the benefits of metal packaging. Since I represent the beverage packaging sector, let me briefly talk about these opportunities in this sector. I represent Ball Beverage Packaging, which is a part of the Ball Corporation USA. And we are the market leaders in the aluminum beverage packaging. And we have 2 manufacturing plants in India. In fact, this company was founded in 1880, and we employ around 18,000 employees globally, which is headquartered in Broomfield, USA. So coming to the India's packaging industry, it is valued at around US dollars, around 50 billion, and is expected to reach around 200 US billion dollars by 2025. Beverage packaging play a major role in this overall growth of the sector. The rising population, increasing income level, changing lifestyle, growing economy are some of the main reasons for this exponential growth in this sector. In the beverage segment, if you talk, like packaged water, this annual growth is around 20%, and soft drinks is growing at 8%. And other growing sectors are the energy and flavored drinks, and of course the alcohol beverage sector. They are all showing steady growth over the years and poised for further growth in the years to come. So in fact, Dr. Bhatia has already mentioned about the benefits of metal packaging, but I thought once again, let me stress about this. Why aluminum? Why metal packaging? In fact, today what is happening is that there is an increasing awareness on sustainability among all the stakeholders, be it government, be it consumers, be it industry, NGOs, media. If you take all the stakeholders together, everywhere we can talk about the sustainability aspect. Even the government of India themselves have taken a lot of initiatives in addressing the issues concerning the ecology and environment. In fact, last year, the Prime Minister of India himself talked about that they are going to regulate the single-use plastic as part of their sustainability initiatives. So where this metal packaging offer an alternative packaging solution because being sustainable. So also coming to consumers, they expect brands to be more sustainable and believe that it's extremely important for companies to design products that can be reused and recycled. In fact, metal is the only thing other than the glass bottle which we can have the closed loop recycling, and we can bring back the same bag to same shape without loss of any property. Also, industry also at the same time, they believe that companies will look outdated if they do not have the most sustainable beverage containers. So these are the scenario what is pushing this metal packaging into the forefront. If you look at the government and regulators, globally, governments are actively advocating sustainable packaging solutions so as to protect the environment and ecology. So if you look at the sustainability benefit of aluminum beverage cans, the global recycling rate of aluminum beverage cans are more than 70%. In fact, in India, it is 91%. 75% of the aluminum ever produced is still in use. So these are the advantages. Other advantages include they are lightweight, easy to carry, tamper-proof, faster chilling. These are some of the advantages aluminum beverage cans have compared to other packaging solutions. So what is the future potential for this sector? See, today the can penetration in India is very low compared to all other countries. If you look at USA, it is 117 per head. Brazil is 111. Vietnam is 70. China is 24. In fact, China and India's population is more or less same, whereas the average consumption is 24 cans per head in China, and Europe is 55, whereas India is around 1.2 to 1.3. So there is a huge potential. So looking at the demographic advantage India has, I look at the 50% of the population is less than 35-year-old. They are more demanding, they are aspirational, they are highly knowledgeable, they are more sustainable things they are looking forward. So what we are looking at is that we are sure that this sector has a great growth opportunity as far as India is concerned. So today, if you look at this, India's capacity utilization is less than 50%, but we have a capacity of 3.8 billion cans can be produced in India, whereas the capacity utilization is around 1.8 billion. So there's a great growth opportunity. Looking at the neighboring countries, what is happening, looking at, as I mentioned earlier, looking at the young generation, young people, their increased income level, disposable income, what they have, there's a great growth opportunity for this sector. So we in BAL, we are eagerly looking forward for any such organization, like-minded organization, to collaborate with them and take this journey forward and provide a sustainable packaging solution to the beverage segment. So before I conclude, I once again thank the organizers for giving us the opportunity. And I'm here for taking any questions for further clarification. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Ganesan, for sharing your experience. I would now like to invite Mr. Sudhakar Gupta from IFCO to the stage. Mr. Sudhakar Gupta, I think you're still on mute. Mr. Gupta? Okay, I think we're having some technical issues on that front. Let's move on to our next and final speaker of the day, Mr. Harish Tahiliani from Arab India Spice. Mr. Tahiliani? Mr. Tahiliani? Okay, let's now conclude the session with these final remarks from Mr. Bhatia. I would like to take this opportunity to thank all the participants for taking our time today to address this panel and sharing their experience and insights in the food packaging industry. I hope this experience was informative and provided a platform for you all to share your stories. And thank all those who joined to see, and we hope to see continued growth in the India-UAE relationship in the sector. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But ये वसुंधरा ने तो अनाउंस कर दिया. Vasundhara, I think there is one more participant. CGS Dubai is calling me.
Okay, let me just, I'll just get on the discussion.
Hello? Hello? Vasundhara?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I could not understand how to upload. I'm sorry, the anyway is over now, but I'm sorry about that. I could not put off the mute what I wanted.
No worries. So we still have all our participants on stage if you would like to conclude.
Yeah, so just hold on one second, okay? Yeah, so you can hear me all?
Yes.
Yeah, so basically, I was listening to other esteemed participants who have been speaking on the capabilities and the business, right from Mr. Tanveer Alam from IAP and Dr. Tyagi and Sanjay Bhatia and Mr. Kishan.
Hello.
We are a family-owned organization, and we have been in this business for last 45 years in UAE.
Okay, no problem.
Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so basically, let me hold on. Let me try to see whether I can connect properly. Yeah, so basically, what I'm trying to. One second. Yeah, so what I wanted to say was when I look at the subject about Indian industry has been a major manufacturing supplier. Of course, we are based in UAE and we have been focusing our business around PET packaging. And we supply all the PET preforms to most of the beverage manufacturing. And I was quite happy to know from our colleague from tin packaging that certainly more towards sustainability, aluminum is considered to be the most sustainable material, but there's effort has been made on PET as well to have plant-based ingredients which can replace the PET either in a form of a blend or 100%. However, my question remains based on subject was ideal opportunity to showcase Indian expertise and products and enhance collaboration in the sector. So while we know that we look at Indian manufacturing arms of packaging and plastic, I don't know whether in the group we have anybody who is from equipment manufacturing, from packaging machines, or from supplying either flexibles or rigids in terms of PET. What I believe is that we have seen today that India has a lot of scope to collaborate with some international partners who possibly can bring the technology and efficiency, at least in manufacturing base of either machines or material, using the latest technology which are available across the world. So India is a good base for consumption itself, and I am very confident if India was able to adopt the standards of packaging machines, which is currently being led by European organizations, I think it will be a great step forward. So my recommendation will be as a customer of packaging machines and as a customer of packaging material, which are other than PET, will be to encourage Indian manufacturers and organizations to look for collaboration and strengthen India's reputation and India's commitment towards making more advanced packaging machines. I think this is where I believe that India will need to grow. And if India has to compete on the world stage by working with food manufacturing companies like ourselves, it will be very important that they are able to offer the similar packaging capabilities, either in form of material or machines, locally produced in India, so that we as manufacturing companies who set up plants in India are able to source those either machine or material locally. And I think this will be a great encouragement for very large organizations who want to come to India and look upon India as a partner for either selling their products or manufacturing them and exporting them to other countries. As a colleague said from Haldiram, Mr. Tyagi, that they are certainly known in the region for exporting the highest quality products. But I'm certainly sure that they will have enough experience on packaging machines what they're managing today. And I'm pretty sure that people like them, organizations like them, will be certainly more delighted if we were able to see more advanced machines in India. So my submission will be that we as a company, as an organization, focus on manufacturing PET preforms and focus on manufacturing cartons, which are shippers, and also some areas in that space. But I see the packaging being developed in a more pre-COVID or post-COVID situation. It's going to be far more challenging because of the hygiene and the various standards being required. So before I submit myself to the panel to say that I would encourage Indian companies of material and machine manufacturers to reach out and benchmark themselves against the industry's best and make India as the best manufacturing place for machines and material. I think that was the intent of the session, what I understood, Vasundhara.
Vasundhara, you are on mute.
Thank you, Mr. Gupta. I would like now to invite our final speaker for the day, Mr. Rohan Rodriguez from Gotham General Trading LLC, to the stage.
Thank you. Thank you, Vasundhara.
Hello. Hello, good afternoon. My name is Rohan. I'll be representing Gotham Group. Let me briefly burst about our company. Gotham General Trading is a UAE-based company and one of the leading millers and exporters of basmati and non-basmati in the GCC region. We have our own rice manufacturing facility known as Punjab Riceland Agro Foods in India that covers around an area of 1 million square foot and processes at least 80,000 metric tons of rice annually. We are ranked as one of the best rice processing companies in the northern India and also one of the oldest millers in the region. GGT believes in building a strong and long-lasting relationship with our buyers through consistency in quality, competitive pricing, and excellence in service. We have a long heritage of 75 years and an excellent reputation in the rice industry. Let's move on to the next slide. What's the importance of, why is packaging important in the rice industry? For us, product packaging serves to protect the product inside. Packaging helps to keep the product safe during shipments between the manufacturing facility and the retailers. Packaging helps to prevent damage while the product sits on the shelf or during transit. Next slide, please. The importance of product packaging. Number one, protects the product. Number two, helps to display and promote the product. Number three, attracts buyers. Number four, differentiates your product from the competitor's product. GGT has installed world-class and cutting-edge technologies and process at its plant to ensure the best quality of rice is supplied across the world. We provide high durable food-grade rice packagings, which protects our rice products from excess of air and moisture, preventing it from further contamination. Our rice packaging is what distinguishes our rice brands amongst other competitors. The bags that we use by GGT are all manufactured in India. These bags are either used for storing the rice or to put it on shelves in supermarkets, retailers, and in retail stores in India and around the world. The various types of bags that we as GGT use are number one, jute bags, which could be white or brown. Number two, flexi pouch bags. Number three, BOPP. And number four, non-woven bags. Let me show you a flowchart of our rice processing packaging. So you can see the entire flow by which the rice is being sortexed and then packed. We can move on to the next slide. This is a rice packing machine for our rice. So a sample. And let's move on to the different type of packagings that we use. As you can see, this is a jute package, also a BOPP as well. Second, we have a flexi pouch in our own brand called Gotham Classic. Then we have another one, which is a BOPP package or a PP called Jalal. Then we have a non-woven packing, again under our own banner called Gotham. And in conclusion, we could say that packaging is there to fulfill its missions. Either it's pulled off in order to start using the product in holes inside, or it is thrown away as soon as the packaging content runs out. It is there just temporarily, but not only does it contribute to the protection of the product, but it is also an essential part of the overall performance of our brand. Thank you, and if you have any questions, you can ask me later. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rodriguez. Apologies for the technical difficulties. I would like to take this opportunity to thank all participants for taking out the time to address this panel and sharing their experience and insights in the food packaging industry. I hope this experience was informative to all those who've joined, and we see continued growth in the India-UAE relationship in this sector. Thank you.
Thank you.